Hey, babe. So, the thing with understanding the presence of what we are and leaning into that experience, allowing ourselves our sense of self to melt into the light of consciousness instead of being frozen and fixated in thought and identification with the separate self. This experience supports a natural alchemy, especially when we are in the early stages of exploring our true being. We may notice that emotions, memories begin to arise. This is because they are ready to be seen. They are finally coming to surface, not to be analyzed, but to just be let go of. And the beautiful thing is that when we are experiencing life through the knowing what we are as presence, then we're also able to allow emotions and memories and thoughts to arise without necessarily following them, getting transfixed with them, pulled into the story, and back into the belief of it being true. When we know our nature as presence, we also know that when things arise, they are simply arising. They are of no particular value, and they can be witnessed from a neutral place, and where we can lean into love and trust and safety. And even expressing it that way is a little bit perhaps confusing because we're not leaning anywhere. But there may be a sense of surrender into the natural state of trust, safety, and love that is the nature of what we are. So there is a sense of, although this is arising, I know that everything is okay. And the more that we can then perhaps ping pong back and forth between knowing presence and noticing the thoughts go in but I can't stay here forever, or whatever the mind might come up with. But this thing that happened was so not okay, or I need to do something about this. I need to take action now. I can't stand this emotion in my body. Ping ponging, noticing those thoughts, and then once again noticing that we are presence itself. That thoughts aren't necessarily true. We don't necessarily need to listen to them. And what we notice when we hold space for the internal experience in this way is that a natural alchemy takes place. A natural transformation of trauma, thought, emotion, memory that is no longer needed. It's no longer needed to be holding on to. And this is how we explore emotion and thought. This is how we may work with a victim mentality without needing to analyze. Just look for the truth. Just look for the truth of what you are. And if you have the desire to know, if you have the desire to be free, that is all you need. And then start looking. Start feeling. You are the infinite being. You are the magnificent intelligence that is this entire experience. So, of course, you know how to take care of energy that has frozen within a physical vessel by thought. The energy is already free. It is the conscious or subconscious or unconscious thought of it that is holding it in its place. So when you shift your focus, when you shift your mind onto the truth of what you are, shining the light onto the light itself, whatever is happening on the physical, emotional, mental level will resolve itself. Because it is its natural thing to do. You are awareness. You are creator. This is what you are here to do. To know yourself. And then to play and love and create. So let this natural alchemy take place. There is nothing you need to do but to illuminate what you are. Blessings.